Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Greg Gomez III with another blueprint to marketing success with a morning marketing tip here to help you improve the performance of your home-based business, adding dozens of people every week in your organization, walking across stage, getting those ridiculously oversized checks and living a life that you've always dreamed of. So I often get asked, Greg, there's 4 major areas that people always ask me about. They always ask about leads, where do I find folks who aren't tire kickers? And the second most important question, biggest question I always get asked is, how do I get my prospects as excited on my opportunities, my offers, my products, my services, my programs, come to hotel meetings, get on 3-way calls, see the opportunity for how fantastic that it really is? How do I get other people motivated? How do I transfer my excitement, my energy, my drive, my passion into other folks who just don't get it? And ask yourself, how many times have you talked to folks and they just don't get it? They're not near as excited as you are about your offer, your opportunity, and they're idiots. Quite frankly, they're idiots because they don't see the opportunity that you and I see in working for ourselves, especially in today's economic climate, right? Well, here's the reality, and here's the secret. The fact of the matter is people won't sign up, no matter how good it is, for your reasons, okay? People and prospects are only going to sign up for one specific reason, and that happens to be a radio station. And if I haven't told you this before, I'm going to tell you again, it's critically important. It's WIIFM is their favorite radio station, and that's an acronym, obviously, and the call letters stand for What's in It for Me. You got to understand, your prospects are constantly asking that question, what's in it for me? Now, here's the trick. I've talked about this before, but here's the thing that so many marketers miss. Right? Follow me here because this is critically important for your recruiting results. The answer lies in not why you think it's important or what is in it for them. It's not why you think something's fantastic that will benefit them. It's why your prospect thinks it's fantastic and it's for them. You understand that? It's a subtle difference. You got to change your perspective. You see, as marketers, when we go out and we start trying to recruit, honestly, why are we trying to recruit? We're trying to recruit so that we can build our business, so that we can make more money, so that we can live the lifestyle that we want. And who's in the middle of all of this? It's us. We are at the center of that marketing concept. You understand that? But your prospect doesn't care about that. They don't care about your success, truthfully. Not most cases. And if they do care more about your success than their own, they're not true business builders. They're not true team members. They're not true people that are going to benefit from the products or the services that you have to provide. No. They're only doing it to help you out. That's not a long-term solution to your long-term financial goals. Do you understand that? Okay. Your prospects are only going to take long-term action if they believe that what you have to offer them is truly beneficial from their perspective, not yours, from them. So when you start recruiting from this new mindset and you ask questions based on this mindset, not trying to go out and push what you've got, but rather trying to see what they want and then positioning your product in such a way that it delivers on what they want. Now you have the key to sales success. Here's the sales secret. You can write this down, okay? Sales is simple. Recruiting is simple. And it comes down to this. When you figure out what your market wants, what your prospect wants, all you have to do is give it to them. Find out what your market wants and give it to them. Now in recruiting, we have this thing that we have to sell. Product, services, or opportunity, whatever it happens to be. So what you need to do is figure out what your prospect wants first. That doesn't change. And then you position or you frame. This is your word of the day, which is framing for marketing purposes. You frame your offer in such a way, you dress it in such a way so that it reflects those wants, needs, and desires and shows your prospect how it can bridge them from where they are to where they want to go. So here's the analogy. I'm going to give you a couple of different examples. Hopefully this makes sense to you. There's this technique that's in selling homes, that if you go to an empty house, it's an empty house, right? Well, what they do in real estate to move more houses is they'll actually go out and they'll hire interior decorators or whatever to design the house, to dress it up. That's called dressing the house. And when they do this, they put in nice furniture, they give some suggestions on color schemes and all kinds of like wall art and statues and whatever, right? All of this stuff is for sale, by the way. And if you're a real estate broker, or a real estate agent, this is important stuff. So they wind up dressing the house up. They frame the house in such a way that it looks gorgeous. So when people come in, they see the potential. They don't have to imagine the potential of this house. They see it in real world stuff. And so as they're going through the house, they can see very clearly that these things, you know, this is what the house is going to look like with these things in it, with their stuff in it. Now here's the other thing that happens. In addition to that, they see these additional things that are included with it, and they say, you know, I like that. Is that for sale? Is any of this come with a house? No, but it's got price tags on it if you decide you want to get it. And in many instances, people will buy additional stuff to go in the house. Oh, that looks gorgeous there. It's much nicer than what we have now. I want that too. Let's include that into the loan, or let's go buy that as well. Okay, so that's one way to frame an offer, and so that it helps that prospect get what they want. Okay, here's another analogy. Your prospect is where they are, and then over here on the other side is what they want. Okay, but between the two is this large chasm, right? I don't believe I can have the new Ferrari for whatever reason. I wouldn't want it, but if they wanted it, if you could have it, or if it's something you absolutely wanted, but you just couldn't see the way to get that done, well, you know, a new car is a good example. Here you are, you want a brand new vehicle, right? But you don't know how to get that. You know, you don't have the cash to go out and buy a car brand new. Well, you know, there's a lot of one good advertisement I heard the other day. Somebody was talking about credit scores in a car lot, and they were saying that if you have a 520 credit score, doesn't matter. You would qualify for as low as a 6.9% interest rate with a 520 credit score. That's pretty darn good. That's a great incentive to bridge the gap from where a person is to where they are. So your offer, your product, your service, your opportunity, whatever it is, becomes the bridge to get them to where they want to go. But you can't build that bridge to cross the chasm until you know where they are and what they want. Does that make sense? So, to recap, prospects and recruits and potentials will not sign up. They will not buy your products. They will not buy your services. They will not join your opportunity. They will not go to a hotel meeting. They will not, it goes all the way down to even listening to your elevator pitch or your sizzle call, your first step, whatever your first step is. They're not going to listen to it until and unless you address what their wants, needs, and desires are. Do you understand that? That's so critical. And I don't mean to beat this into the ground, but this particular point is so impactful. When I coach students and I talk to newbie networkers, they're frustrated. I mean, I was too. How frustrated have you gotten where you have this incredible product, the services opportunity, huge potential, large results, you might even be generating some revenue with it or saving some money with it, and you try explaining it to folks and they have their arms crossed and they won't hear it. Why? Because all they see is you speaking from what you want. Remember the old Charlie Brown thing? Wah, 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 wah. That's all they hear, right? Charlie Brown. I'm dating myself. But the key factor is if you want them to listen, really listen, be receptive, uncross their mental arms so they're actually listening to what you have to say, then it starts with asking questions. What is it you're doing now? What is it you're looking that you've tried before that hasn't worked for you? What goal are you trying to accomplish? You know, again, where are you now? Where do you want to go? And what's the roadblock in between? Right? Then your product, your service, your opportunity, your verbiage becomes the bridge to help them gap from where they are to where they want to be, and that's the end of it. And that's what gets you results. Now here's the thing. Be honest with yourself. Have you been pitching from your want Charlie Brown perspective, from what you want? Or have you honestly been focusing on where your prospects are, engaging what their wants, needs, and desires are, and then helping them bridge through what you have to where they want to go? Does that make sense? Answer that honestly. Let me know below. Comment below. Put down there what you've been doing. Put down there what your challenges have been and what prospects are giving you roadblocks on. And I will make suggestions below. Again, I can't answer everyone's statements, but maybe we have a couple that we have coming up in new videos that are going to be put out. They're awesome, so I'm excited to do those. But definitely make sure you comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Share this on Facebook. Let your team members know. Let everybody else know that you're engaging in better developing yourself. +1, like above, and subscribe to the right. So comment below, subscribe to the right, and +1 and like above. Share this with folks. Actually, it should be in a different order, shouldn't it? It should be comment below, like and +1 above, and then subscribe to the right. Always do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to spend the last 10 minutes with me here, and I do appreciate you and appreciate that. Take action. All of this material means nothing until you actually implement. To know and not to do is not to know. I just did a video not too long ago about that, and people were really loving that. Some commented on the best video that I've ever done. And in your case, I want to make sure that you're clear on action is the key. Action nets results, results net improvements, measurements, so you can actually go out there and improve your performance. It's been a long morning. All right, that's it. I'm out. You have a great one. Go take action, go close, go recruit, and I'll look for you in the next one. I'll talk to you soon. Comment, like +1, subscribe.